Well, hello, everybody, and welcome. It's so wonderful to have you here. Thank you for taking the time. I'm Wendy Rose Williams, and I'm a past life energy healer, and I help people release energy that does not serve them anymore. Often, past life energy that isn't serving us, it can show up as chronic pain, both physical and emotional. It can show up as anxiety, it can show up as depression, or it can just feel like we're stuck in second gear, can't get going, and are not, we're struggling to live our purpose or just get things accomplished, even though we're putting in a lot of effort. So I'm just going to mute everyone for a moment and let me walk you through what we are going to do and see how I can best be of service to this lovely group of ladies so far today. And what we're going to do, I will walk you through some resources. So I put them in the chat button, the chat section below. So hopefully you can see that. If there's nothing there and you're not seeing it, don't worry, I will paste it and put it back in again. Sometimes people can't see it if they join after I pasted it for whatever reason, little Zoom thing. But we're going to go through the different resources. If you can see them and they are helpful to you, you're welcome to copy paste and just save them into a Word document or wherever you'd like to save them on your own computer. So again, welcome and thank you for being here. And what we're going to do first is do an energy clearing and call in the angels and ask them to assist us with our journey, with our lives. And we'll do that first, and then we'll walk through those resources. And then I will open the microphones and ask everyone to share any questions or comments or anything you want to share with the group would be wonderful. And you're welcome to put into the chat any questions you have. What would you like to know about reincarnation, past lives, energy healing, any of those different metaphysical things? In addition to being a past life regressionist, I'm also a certified spiritual teacher. I'm a Reiki master energy healer. I am a channel and I am an author. So would just love to be able to provide some help and answers and resources for all of you. And certainly we can also learn from the wisdom of the group. So let's start with that energy healing and clearing from the angels. You're welcome to just relax if you'd like to close your eyes, if you'd like to, um, whatever you need to do. You're welcome to turn off your camera if you want to. And camera, if you're not familiar with that, it's the bottom left of your screen is where you can turn your video, your camera on and off. And it's also where you can turn your audio on and off. But if you'd be so kind as to leave it off just for now, and let's call in the angels. Thank you, angels, for sweeping your nets through everyone's bodies and systems. Please sweep your nets through everyone's physical, mental, spiritual, and emotional bodies, financial body, creative body, relationship body, romantic body, subtle bodies, and aura. Any body I mentioned or did not mention, please sweep your nets through them, taking with you any energy that does not serve us. Please take it up to the light for healing now. Any energy that's not ours, any energy that's ours in combination with someone else's, any energy we've outgrown, energy that is not useful anymore. Please take it up to the light for healing now, bringing down in its place beautiful alignment with our own brilliant higher selves, with that distilled wisdom of all lifetimes. Also inviting in our inner child, our very happy, just feeling terrific inner child that just is filled with joy and wants to have fun and enjoy life. So inviting in our healthy, happy inner child, as well as our higher selves, inviting in the peace, the love, the joy, the gratitude, the highest vibrational energies. And please help us ground to a gracious Mother Earth, sending our energy down, 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 grounding to that magnetic core of Mother Earth. That's where the fountain of youth energy is, as well as the resources that you need to be able to just create and co-create from your heart, from your wonderful heart. So bring on up that fountain of youth energy, bring on up all the resources you need. And now that you're really, really in your body, you're able to create and co-create what you need, and you're also able to beautifully connect up with the divine. Let's do that twice more. Thank you, angels, for sweeping your nets through our homes and properties. Please have them be places of sanctuary, places of enjoyment, places of relaxation, places of just home is where the heart is. So have our homes be wonderful reflections of us and also balance them up for anyone else living in the home, other family members, friends, animal companions, anyone else in our homes or in our yards. Let's turn our attention to the outdoors, to our yards and our property of where our homes are located. Let's bless Mother Earth. My goodness, everything she does for us, her beauty, her majesty. And let's work with her in tandem as she raises her vibration and frequency, as she cools herself off from global warming. Let's just bless the earth. Let's bless the trees, the clean air, the beautiful skies, the clean waters, the birds, the wildlife, the animals that are outdoors. Thank you, thank you, thank you for the amazing nature, the mountains, the deserts, just all the oceans, just all the parts of Earth. Thank you, thank you, thank you that we get to be here at this pivotal time. One more time. Thank you, angels, for sweeping your nets through all of our emotions. Yes, we come into human bodies to experience emotions because they teach us so much. They have so much to show us. And it's understandable that at times we can feel frustrated, angry, rage. We can feel pain. We can feel discomfort. We can feel discombobulated, not clear. We can feel tired. We can feel exhausted. We can just have so many. We can feel worried. We can feel anxious. We can have PTSD. We can just have so many different emotions that don't serve us anymore. So, if there's anything that any of those emotions have to show us, to teach us, to tell us, we can learn it right now, right here, right now, in the next 2 seconds with the angels' help. And then they will clear those emotions that are no longer serving us, making more room for those highest vibrational energies of peace and love and joy and gratitude and excitement and anticipation and self-confidence, and just clearing the emotions that don't serve us, sending them down our grounding cords, helping us one more time be really in our bodies here on the planet, connected to Mother Earth, sending those emotions that don't serve us down to Earth, where she graciously transmutes them into something useful. She's turning any of those emotions that don't serve us into something useful. Today, she's making it into fish food for hungry fish in the oceans and rivers and streams and lakes. So thank you, thank you, thank you to the angels for this beautiful, beautiful blessing, grounding, and clearing, helping us raise our vibration and frequency, helping us live our purpose, helping us be wonderfully balanced in our energy, masculine and feminine, two sides of the body. We all have both types of energy, balancing those up, also balancing our chakras, our life force energy centers. Thank you. Thank you to the angels. So, so grateful. It is done. So be it. So you're welcome to gently, gently come fully back into your body to the present day and time. Felt like they might have also been helping with some past life clearing. So let's come on back to the current day and time, which is May 11th, 2024. Coming gently, gently back into your bodies, and welcome. Welcome if you have just joined the call. And we are just all muted for a moment more here. and then I will invite you all to unmute, and happy to take questions and be of service. So hopefully you can see these different, I'm just going to go ahead and paste them again, different resources that I have available, and I'm going to put them down in the chat. So let me just do that one more time. Okay, this is always a little fiddly. Let me just get what I need here to copy paste. So you'll be able to look down in the chat at the resources that I'm going to walk you through right now. And it doesn't want to paste. Okay, there it went. And let's get that second one, because I had two sets of resources like that. All right, getting that second one. Just thank you for your patience. Copy. Here we go. All right, there we go. So hopefully everyone can now see those down in the chat. So what I'd like to walk you through is some different resources that I have available for you. And you have probably already found my website, which is wendyrosewilliams.com. And that is a great place to visit, particularly the homepage, the events tab, and that has programs like this. This program is on an ongoing basis to offer that energy clearing and blessing for everyone from the angels and other things. You'll see other workshops that I create from time to time, and you're able to register for them there on the website. And I have a podcast called Waking Up Spiritually. I've been podcasting with my podcast partner, Greg Kirk, for 4 years. It'll be 4 years this coming Monday, the 13th. We're doing a special anniversary edition. And you're able to find wakingupspiritually.com. Second Monday of the month, you can join us live if 2:30 p.m. Pacific time, 5:30 Eastern is convenient for you. It's always the second Monday at that time. And you can join us live in our Facebook group by the same name, Waking Up Spiritually. So you're so welcome to join that group and just get some support, get some insights, get some help, because waking up spiritually, it can be lonely, it can be confusing, it can be frightening. It really can be challenging. Yes, there's many wonderful, amazing things about it, but it also can need some support. So that's why we created the Waking Up Spiritually Facebook group as well as the podcast. And the podcast, if you're able to join us live on Monday, yay. And if that time doesn't work, if you can listen to it on Monday, that would be terrific, because there's going to be a special gift offered to everyone. It's going to be available on Monday only. So listen via the archives, which is wakingupspiritually.com. We record the podcast and we put them into an archive for you, so you can just listen at your convenience. But if you listen on Monday, there'll be a special offer that you can download and get something that day only. And there'll also be some things that Greg is offering that's going to be for the first 3 listeners only. So join us live if you can, and if not, when you can, get on that day and just check it out. And the podcast has a search button. And Greg added that recently, and it's so helpful and important, because now that there's like 75 plus episodes, if you don't have time to skim through them all, he's got a nice summary of what each one is about. Many of them have PowerPoint presentations, tips and techniques, guided meditations, all kinds of different things that we have done. But that search button, you can put in something like guides. If you want to know how to connect with your guides, if you need help with that, or past life energy, you need help releasing some of that, or daily spiritual practice or energy management, pretty much any topic you can think of, just put it in that search button. If you don't find a podcast on the topic or area you need help with, please email me via my website at wendyrosewilliams.com and tell me, hey, I've got an idea for a podcast. I need help with this, and I'm not seeing anything on it. So that is a resource for you. And I also have a YouTube channel, which is my name. The YouTube convention is at wendyrosewilliams.com, and you will see just videos there. Most of them are very short and to the point. You know, it's an invitation. It's a recent giveaway or interview or whatever it might be, but they're not like hour-long, you know, long YouTubes. They're quick and to the point because I realize people are busy. So you can find that YouTube channel, and you can find my author page. I've had the good fortune to publish 2 books so far, and they are on both Amazon and Audible. Regression Healing 1 is a nonfiction book, and it's a very powerful past life regression session that I facilitated for a soulmate that I had 21 lives with. So as you can imagine, there's some twists and turns in there because it's just a lot of history. And The Flow Plymouth Plantation is, I wrote it as historic fiction, but it's actually based on my past life in colonial America at Plymouth Plantation. So I always write about reincarnation, past lives, energy healing. So that is the topic, whether it's done as nonfiction or whether it's done as fiction. And then my 3rd book will be coming out very soon, Regression Healing 2, Joe and Marilyn. So any Joe DiMaggio and or Marilyn Monroe fans in the group, that will be coming out on June 24th is my planned publication date. Anyway, so you can look for the books on Amazon or Audible. So those are various different complementary services and then the books. Let me walk you through my paid programs. We were able to work one-on-one. The first is an energy healing program with 3 sessions. The first session is 2.5 hours. The second is 1 hour. The third is 1 hour. And these sessions, they're done via Zoom. So you're in the comfort of your own home, and you just want to be somewhere where it's quiet, where you won't be interrupted. You might be lying down in your bedroom, your home office, your favorite couch or chair, wherever it might be, a quiet, comfortable, a happy spot for you. If home is super busy, car as temple really is a thing, and you're able to use Zoom from the phone app if you have a smartphone, and then just go park somewhere and just have your session that way if home is, you know, super, super busy. Some people laugh at me and they're like, quiet at home? Wendy, I have like 6 dogs and 4 preschoolers. So it just depends on the person. What we do in the sessions, it's different for everyone because it's energy healing, including past life regression. And it's architected by your higher self and your guides because they know what you most need. They know what's going to be most efficient for you and most effective for you in those 3 sessions. There is a booking link included here. So you're able to go on and you're able to self-schedule. And there'll be instructions how to do that. Recommendation is to schedule your 3 sessions somewhere between, most people do it around 2 to 3 weeks apart. It can be as frequent as once a week. If you know you're a really fast processor and you just have a lot going on and you really need the help and want to get through it quickly, you can do your sessions once a week. Most people prefer to do them spaced further apart. It can be as far apart as 4 weeks, so once a month. And then we have the benefit of working together for 3 months for that one program price. And it just gives more time for more things to happen in between that I can then help you with. So what we do in the sessions typically, and I say typically, typically in quotes, because again, it's just different for everyone, depending on your higher self and guides and what you need. But typically what we do is we go to a healing temple first. And in that healing temple, we bring in a series of colored healing lights. And you tell me where the colored light goes. The healing lights are also known as the healing rays. You tell me where it goes and what color it is. And then we work with it to get it to gently yet powerfully heal you through all space and time. Because the soul memory is eternal. So we can be bringing in wonderful things, and we can be bringing in past life abilities and just, you know, great memories, but we can also be bringing in things that don't serve us in this lifetime, and that's what we're looking for, to be able to heal and release those. So we might have back pain that just does not make sense, and guess what, it's past life energy. So we work to clear that using the healing lights, just as an example. And those healing lights, those might go on for 5 minutes, those might go on for an hour. That's the beauty of working one-on-one. And we're just going to continue working with whichever energy is most beneficial for you. And then other things that aren't as needed, we just move through those quickly and work on the focus areas for you. So healing lights, and then we work with your four elements in your body. And if your fire and water, earth and air are not already balanced, oh my goodness, game changer to get those balanced. So it's a big deal. And as they get balanced, then they're all able to increase and more be of service to you. So that's typically the second thing we do. And then the third thing we do in the healing temple is we work with each of your chakras. So your chakras are your life force energy centers. It doesn't matter if you've not really heard of them, not very familiar, it's fine. We still are able to work with them very productively, get them all just spinning, get them all balanced, get them opening, expanding, and also they're able to spin to the left, so you're able to relax, get great sleep. And if you have any sleep issues, that's something I'm so happy to help with, and Higher Self and Guides want to help you with, because getting great sleep is just so beneficial to our health. And so that's the healing temple. And then we meet with your guide. And some of you may already be working with your guide, and that's terrific, but you can still receive a gift from them, a message from them. But many people want help and need help connecting with their guide, or just getting validated, getting confident in that area. Is that really what's happening? Is that really what I'm doing? I just need some more information and to get that nice and solid. So we work with your guide, is typically the second thing that we do. Certainly, they can be coming in, all throughout your sessions, as can your higher self. So healing temple, meet with your guide, and then we go across a meadow. We have two more healing experiences there, and then we get into this wonderful, safe little boat, and that boat takes you to the time and place with the most healing and information and uplift for your life today. So that's the past life regression portion. And I put that in quotes because we may go to a scene earlier in this lifetime, and people don't always think of that as past life, but we may need to go back to maybe childhood or something that happened when you were an adult or as a teenager. So we go wherever we need to go that's going to be most beneficial to your life now, because that's the whole purpose, is to enhance now so that you can enjoy your life now, feel healthy, feel happy, feel you've got the resources you need, help with those relationships, anything that may be challenging or troubling for you. The way we get to that past life or past lives, again, we may start with something earlier in this lifetime and then get to the past life or past lives, because we're not limited to one. We do so by going through a beautiful crystal cave, and the boat takes you through there. And in that crystal cave, various crystals will light up and send you healing energy. It is different for everyone which crystals present for you. And I am a crystal healer is one of the fun abilities and skills that I have. So be able to tell you which ones are presenting. Certainly you'll be able to, you may be able, to see and sense that also, or can ask for a certain crystal that you really enjoy and want to work with, if I haven't mentioned it. And I then physically, I make a list of those different crystals or other sacred objects, or also guides can come in at that point, or just highest beings of light can come in to assist you. And I make a list of that. And then I physically build a crystal energy healing grid for you in my home. And I send you photographs of that. So you just know that that's working on your behalf. You can see an example of one of them on the homepage on my website. And so typically, first session is reviewing your questions, and your requests for your higher self and guides, because you get to write up to 20 questions and requests, and that's part of the booking link in the format. What health questions do you have? Anything about wealth or career? Anything about relationships, or miscellaneous, if it didn't, fit in those major three buckets for most people of health, wealth, and relationships? Do you want to know more about your purpose? Have you had a really interesting dream that you can't figure out? Or can you not remember any of your dreams and you'd love to? And I can help you get that started. Or you might have had a near death experience or an out of body experience that you're still trying to unpack and understand. So miscellaneous is miscellaneous. Or maybe you'd love to request a surrogate healing for a loved one. And it can be for a person, it can be for an animal. A companion. I do have training as an animal healer, so I love to help heal your animals, because our animals there's so much love from them. They're just heart. And often, if there's something going on with your animal and they're having a health issue, it's often a direct reflection of us and something that we have going on physically that we may not have yet recognized. So heal the animal, heal the person is just how it often works. So typically, the first session is we're reviewing what those different questions are, because that's just setting the stage for your sessions. And then we go to the healing temple and we meet with your guide. And then typically in the second session is when we're doing that past life regression session, which may include that inner child healing of going back to this lifetime, may also include some of what's called shadow self healing. Our shadow simply being that part of us that we just don't like, just don't want to deal with. Maybe we have struggled with just feeling angry or feeling impatient or feeling just not connected, like not really wanting to be here and not understanding what that's about. So we just work to heal whatever would be most beneficial. So typically, second session is that past life regression portion, and in the third session, what we do is at the end of the second session, we're going up to the light by leaving. We go to the last day in a past life. You're an eternal soul, and you're able to leave that body with no regret. We just get perspective. We understand what it was about, and we raise our vibration and frequency and go on up to the light. And everyone's got a different belief system. So I'll ask you at the beginning of the first session, and then certainly you can just, tell me as we go along to use the right vocabulary for you to reflect your belief system. If you want to call on God, the goddess, heaven, the universe, home, the light, whatever the right terms are for you, I want to be really respectful of your nirvana, whatever your Summerlands, whatever your belief system is, that's what we want to be going on home. For simplicity now, I'll say up home, up to the light. And there, your guide will be waiting for you with your book of life, and they will answer your important questions and help you with your requests. Certainly, those can be answered the whole way through the three sessions. They just come up organically. But that's our moment to really get the help with those from that wonderful book of life that we all have. And many people will say, oh, just being able to get out of my body and just get some going up to the light. People who've had near death experiences say it's like the best part of a near death experience, just letting go. Because sometimes people have had depression for much of their life, or they've been anxious or had PTSD for much of their life, or whatever it might be. So to be able to let go of that and feel what that feels like, and then we can imprint that into your body and help get you back to your divine right blueprint of how you're meant to feel, and we can just imprint that in. So that's typically the flow of the sessions, but as I said, can go in different order. And some people are fast processors, and they just go on through what I've just described in two sessions or maybe even in one session. And those are the people typically who are ready to write a book, and they're like, oh, let's just get that book to come on in. And we just bring in a lot of that information, or they want to start a new business or up level their business. And there's just lots of this amazing information that comes in from your higher self and guides. please don't feel concerned. Oh my gosh, Wendy, what if I can't connect with my guide? What if you're helping me with that and I'm just like a big old blank? I just can't get anything at that point. It's really rare, and there's different things we can do to just get you feeling comfortable, relaxed, so that you can connect. Because the point is for you to be able to connect with your own guide. But if you're just not feeling like you're getting the connection at that moment, or same thing when we get up to the light, and you just don't feel like you can hear or sense or feel well enough the answers to your important questions and requests, I'm happy with your permission to channel it for you, and then certainly will be validating. Does that make sense? What do you think? What can you tell me about that? And just we'll just go back and forth, and then you'll be able to get that connection going. The price is $9.97 for the 3 sessions. It's 2.5 hours, 1 hour, and 1 hour, as I said. And you get your crystal grid, you get your recordings from the sessions, and there may be other things that are coming up where the guides will say, oh, send them this resource, send them a link to this. So just other things just come up that are unique to each person. So with that booking link, you're able to pay online securely, and then just choose your dates. It shows you my calendar, and you can just sync up our calendars. So the booking link is set to do that payment of the $9.97. I have had some clever, wonderful clients tell me, oh my gosh, I was able to get this paid for via my medical savings plan. So occasionally people are able to do that, and they just need an invoice from me, and I'm happy to send you an invoice if you need that. I had a pharmacist client who was able to do that recently. And then also some people, PayPal offers different programs from time to time. They've been having a 6-month interest-free loan where you can get onto PayPal and just see if you qualify for that. And then you're just able to pay and then pay PayPal back over 6 months with no interest, which is wonderful. And that's a way to just kind of break down that cost, because I understand family budgets, and sometimes people really want to do it, but it's just hard to do that $9.97 as a chunk. So those are some ways to do that, and there's more description of that on the frequently asked question tab on my website, so you can look there. And if you want to do the program and just aren't qualifying for any of those things, please do let me know that. Email me and tell me, hey, I want to do the 3 energy healing sessions, but I need help breaking out the payments. And then I can do for you 3 payments at $375 each. So we would just jump on a quick phone call together, and I would manually schedule you and get your card number and charge the card $375 for the first session date. And you'll be telling me what dates you want to do it. And then your card, that same card, will be charged the day before session 2 and the day before session 3. So that's why you want to just set the dates, because some people, set that to, okay, here's when my paycheck date, or whatever funds are coming in. Here's how I therefore want to schedule that. The other paid program that I have is called Keep the Momentum Going, for people that have completed those 3 energy healing sessions and want to do more, want to keep going. I literally named it that because a client said to me, I want to keep the momentum going. So she had the perfect name for it. And what we can do is a series of 4 1-hour one-on-one energy healing sessions over a 6-month period. So you have 1 session every 6 weeks, and the cost of that is $749. And same thing, you'll get them recorded, so you have the recordings to go back to. You'll get my session notes, and just different things come up during those. It might be a new energy healing grid is built, or whatever else comes up during those. So those are the paid programs. So let me invite you all to unmute and see what questions you have. How can I help you in the area of past life, in the area of energy healing? Let me find that unmute. So you are all welcome to unmute yourselves. You're welcome to turn your camera back on if you'd like to. And please, who has a question? Who has a comment? And let me just look down in chat and see if any of them are there. Okay, I'm not seeing any questions in chat, so you're welcome to just ask it live. Just unmute yourself. Barb, do you have a question or comment, or Sherry, or William, or Eileen, or Fatima? Anybody I can help?
Wendy, this is Sherry. I just wanted to say thank you for offering this free session. I really appreciate it and
Oh, you're so welcome. Were you
very,
able to
very
feel,
interested.
were you able to feel
Yeah,
when the angels came in? Did, you know, were you able to feel them, like any particular sensations, or do you feel anything, like sometimes people feel lighter, or do you feel anything from that energy healing?
I definitely did.
Oh,
Yeah. And I
good.
felt when you talked about the inner child coming out, I really felt that too,
Yay.
and felt the joy. So,
Oh,
yeah,
wonderful.
I was on your program with Ann Tucker.
Okay.
And when you shared about the Plymouth story, Plantation story,
Yes.
it just really touched me deeply, and I just started sobbing. And I thought, well, I must have something here that,
Gonna say,
um,
I think more of us than we know can just have, because there's different aspects to it. So what Sherry's referring to, I had the good fortune to be the guest speaker for a lovely group, Ann Tucker's Wisdom Soup group. And in fact, I'm going to post it on my YouTube, because she does have the recording up on her YouTube channel now. And what I shared was the story of this ghost that just would not leave me. I first encountered this ghost on my property when I was newly married and living in Boston. And it was 1990. And I had these vivid dreams and experiences with this ghost, and I just didn't know how to help her. I didn't know what to do with her. And that went on for the whole time we lived in that house for 3.5 years. I then relocated from Boston to Seattle in 1993. And for 20 years, I've just kind of like stuffed it in the closet because I just don't know what to do with it. I didn't know how to help her. And then in 2013, the opportunity came up to help that ghost. And it just was so, there was so profound. There was so much that happened. So that's the book, The Flow One Plymouth Plantation, which you can get really inexpensively via Kindle. Um, it's $3.99 on Kindle. And I think, Sherry, so many of us, whether it was a colonial American experience, whether it was an experience with a ghost as an unhealed part of us, whether, and also a ghost can be, it can be a family member, a ghost can be a friend, a ghost can come to us because they're looking for help and they're just stuck and they don't know how to get up to the light, or they don't have enough energy to get up to the light because it's been so long. I just really appreciate you sharing that. So in a nutshell, that's what that experience was about. And in 2013, I finally was able to get literally my colonial American ghost. It was my past life at Plymouth Plantation up to the light, and she had been stuck since the late 1600s. So I cannot tell you how my health improved, how my energy, my outlook. I released so much anger and frustration. It just, relationships improved. It was a really, really big deal. I'm so grateful that I was able to finally get her to the light. And it's kind of like the ultimate example of how past life energy can be haunting us. And you have to have some sense of humor, because in my case, it was quite literal. I was being haunted by myself. I was being haunted by my own past life energy that had not gone back on home. So that's what that experience is about. And I felt such empathy for what happened with the Native Americans, because when you look at what that colonial America experience is, and just, well-intentioned Europeans and, people coming over to escape religious persecution, coming over for more opportunity. But when you look at what that did to the Native Americans, it's a really big deal. So I tried to have the book be very balanced and tried as much as I could to kind of look at some of both perspectives. But yes, it is written from the main viewpoint is that of a colonial American woman who was born in the London area and came over to Plymouth Plantation as a 12-year-old girl and then lived there through her 60s. So thank you for that.
It's fascinating. Thank you.
Thank you, Sherry. And anybody else have a comment, a question? Oh, great. So Eileen is commenting in chat. Thank you for the clearing. I definitely felt a sweep in your soul. Oh, I'm so glad. The angels, my gosh, they're so darn thorough. Every time I do that clearing and prayer, it's different. And I want it to be, and I let it to be, because I know they're making it unique to the people who are on the call or who might listen to the recording, or family members or animals. That's why there's some structure to it. It's a prayer that I say and do every day. I was taught it by my first spiritual teacher. So there's some structure. It's helpful to say it aloud. You can say it for yourself. You can say it on behalf of others. It's helpful to say it 3 times. I like to ask the angels to sweep the energy up to the light and for healing, and then bring in more of what we need. And I also like to send it down our grounding cords, because some of us are not as grounded as we can and should be, meaning we connect up so easily and we can be out of our bodies a little bit too much and kind of airy fairy. And then our bodies they're not healthy. Our body like feels ignored, and we're not like on the planet. And you need to be on the planet and in your body, and like have your heart be opening and expanding to be able to manifest and create and do what we're meant to do. We can't do it all from like, oh, I'm going to be all theoretical about this, or I'm going to be all spiritual about this, and be like up, 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 up. So that's why I like to do it both ways. And that also allows us to just be that heaven and earth bridge, if that relates to you. If that speaks to you, if you love that peace energy, the love, the joy, the gratitude, whatever makes you happiest. And it just, helps bring more of that in. So, and then Eileen asked, any spiritual tips on how we can prepare for an individual session? That's a great question. If you already have a spiritual practice, Eileen, a daily spiritual practice, and that doesn't have to be, I meditate for 3 hours a day. It might be, I meditate on the fly. You're doing your best to just ground and clear your energy. I was such a busy working single mother when I woke up spiritually that I'm all about, and I know there's ways we can absolutely do that and don't feel guilty for whatever amount of time. It's like I used to be doing it. It's like in the shower, I'm like falling asleep, I'm brushing my teeth. And I would be just grounding and clearing my energy and asking to raise my vibration and frequency. There are a couple of energy management. If you don't already have a daily energy practice, and there's so many of them, we can be meditating, we can be praying, we can be singing, we can be dancing, we can be doing yoga, we can be taking a walk in nature, we can be gardening, we can be drumming. There's so many things. It's whatever makes you happy, helps you clear your mind, clear your energy, get out of your left brain so you're like not caught up in that ego and that overthinking and like that worrying and getting in that place. It's just balancing your energy is what I think of as a daily spiritual practice. So doing that, some people love to listen to music or certain podcasts or binaural beats or meditation music, or whatever your favorite music is. It can also be working with the animals. just spending time with your animals or whatever you enjoy. So just doing that is the best way to do so. And there also, you can look on Waking Up Spiritually if you don't have a daily spiritual practice, or if you want some new ideas or want to freshen it up. Look on wakingupspiritually.com and put in energy management or put in spiritual practice, and you will see some podcasts come up on that topic, because that's something that Greg and I have covered several times. It'll give you some new ideas. So hopefully that answers the question. And please tell me, Eileen, you're welcome to unmute if you want to. Okay, perfect. So that sounds like that helped her. All right. Is there anything else from this lovely group, or are we ready to wrap up for today and get back on with our day? So I would love to. Oh, yes, Barb.
I was later on next week, I'm going to do your energy healing package, and I'm really excited about it.
Oh,
And I thank you for
glad.
offering that.
Yes, I'm
Yeah.
so glad, Barb. I'm looking forward to working with you one-on-one. And this is so great, because what Barb did, she signed up for that, but then she came in for this because it's just a nice way to get to know each other,
Right.
a little bit more, before we then start doing that and working one-on-one. So I'm so glad that you did that, Barb. So anyone can do that. And then also, once you've had those 3 energy healing sessions, you're so welcome to, come back into this or other things. Some of the workshops that I offer that are complimentary on an ongoing basis is how to meet your guides, and what's up with the soulmates. That is always a question. I usually offer that one right before Valentine's Day in February, because it seems to be a question for so many people of, how do I meet my soulmate? Or why is it so hard? Or is this person really my soulmate? Do I even want a soulmate? Because I just see soulmates as being those amazing um, soul family members that we have incarnated with many times, and we can just choose to have soul contracts with them. Soul contracts simply being an agreement, something we want to work on, we want to get better at, and then we kind of like lay out what some of those plans might be of how we're going to accomplish that. And then we've got those soulmates with those soul agreements, but soulmates are for lessons a lot of times. Yes, there's many types of soulmates. There's not only the romantic soulmates, but there's the best friends, there's those supporters, there's just those amazing people that just lift us up in life. And soulmates can also be contentious. It can be tough. It can be really just this, the very first time you meet the person, you're like, ooh, 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 I'm not loving this energy. What is going on here? Why do I have a concern, or just like, why am I backing up? And that can be a soulmate that you've got some work to do with. So it can just go either direction, but there's often this uh, just something special about that energy, something intense about it, something about this instant recognition of, oh, I can't wait to catch up. We have to catch up. I'm so glad I found you. There you are. It's like those sorts of feelings around soulmates, because we know each other. We just know each other at the soul level. So that's an ongoing workshop that I typically do, as well as, some other topics. And if you've got ideas for workshops, the workshops are typically 30 to 45 minutes. So if you've got ideas of something you'd like to work on together as a group, please send me that request, and I may very well create a workshop around that. So again, thank you to everyone for being here. And if there was anything you want to ask privately, please go ahead and send me an email via my website. You'll find the Contact Me tab there. So thank you all, and look forward to seeing you next time. I appreciate you taking the time, and thank you all for just being who you are. Bye-bye now. Have a wonderful weekend. And Barb, I'll be seeing you soon.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.